We're gonna dance, lift our hands, celebrate it's Christmas. Light up the world, Jesus is born. Raise your voice, make some noise, it's Christmas. Let's celebrate and shout for joy. There's a reason why we sing and why we celebrate. It's Christmas time, yeah, it's Christmas time. It's the season that He's given us a gift so great. It's Christmas time, yeah, it's Christmas time. He's the light of the world, come down to us. From heaven now everyone sing. We're gonna dance, lift our hands, celebrate it's Christmas. Light up the world, Jesus is born. Raise your voice, make some noise, it's Christmas. Let's celebrate and shout for joy. There's a reason why we sing and why we celebrate. It's Christmas time, yeah, it's Christmas time. It's the season that He's given us a gift so great. It's Christmas time, yeah, it's Christmas time. He's the light of the world, come down to us. From heaven now everyone sing. We're gonna dance, lift our hands, celebrate it's Christmas. Light up the world, Jesus is born. Raise your voice, make some noise, it's Christmas. Let's celebrate and shout for joy. It's Christmas, it's Christmas. Everybody sing with us. Yeah, throw your hands up in the air and shout for joy. It's Christmas, it's Christmas. Everybody sing with us. Yeah, throw your hands up in the air and shout for joy. We're gonna dance, lift our hands, celebrate it's Christmas. Light up the world, Jesus is born. Raise your voice, make some noise, it's Christmas. Let's celebrate and shout for joy. It's Christmas, it's Christmas. Everybody sing with us. Now throw your hands up in the air and shout for joy.
Hello there, I'm Kylie,
And I'm Taylor, and you're listening to The Joy Investigators.
where we gather facts, collect evidence, and interview witnesses from some of the biggest cases of joy in history.
Now, before we get into our case of the week, Kylie, what's one thing that brought you joy this week?
Yes, I am so glad that you asked. Two of my best friends came to visit me this week, and one of my friends brought her little corgi puppy, and oh my, he was so cute. The day was filled with puppy snuggles and lots of laughter and just so much fun with my best friends. How about you, Taylor?
Well, I didn't get any puppy snuggles, but I did get to do something pretty incredible. I finally decorated for Christmas. I just love everything about Christmas, the tree, the ornaments, the smell of cookies in the oven, And of course, the presents. You can't forget the presents. It all just brings me so much joy.
Yes, I totally agree. And I love that so much for you. Christmas really is one of the most joy-filled times.
It really is. Let's hear what a few of our listeners shared that brought them joy from this past week.
Something that brought me joy this week was baking cookies for my friends. Something that brought me joy this past week was going hiking with friends.
Wow, I love hearing from our listeners about all the things that have brought them joy.
Yeah, it really is a joy to hear from them. You see what I did there?
Yes, I see what you did there. Listeners, what brought you joy? We would love to hear from you.
It's time to turn and talk. The time when we turn and talk to your group about what we are learning. And as always, be respectful and present. When you hear this chime, it's video time!
What do you think the word joy means?
What brings you joy?
This episode of Joy Investigators is brought to you by The Candy Cane. The Candy Cane is a Christmas favorite for everyone. The beautiful red and white stripes and sweet peppermint flavor will leave your mouth watering. Good. People say the candy cane first came to be in the 1600s, but get this, they weren't always curved, they used to be straight. It is said someone decided to change it so it looks like a shepherd's hook. But turn it upside down, and you've got a J for Jesus. And his love is even sweeter than the candy cane. Woo-wee! Candy canes, the candy of Christmas. You should eat one today.
You know, Taylor, it's pretty funny that you said setting up your Christmas tree was what brought you joy this past week, because today our case to investigate is actually all about Christmas.
Yes, I'm so excited. In our episode today, we are going to answer the question, how did Christmas become so joyful?
Is it because of the tree?
Is it because of the Christmas cookies?
Is it because of all of the presents we get to give and receive?
Or perhaps, is it something different?
First, let's talk about the word joy. It's a popular word that's used a lot, but what exactly does it mean? Taylor, can you tell us?
Of course. By definition, the word joy means a feeling of great pleasure or happiness.
That is amazing. Well, we know that there's so much joy during Christmas time, but I wonder why.
Yeah, as I said earlier, there are so many fun things to do during Christmas, but there has to be a reason why we do all of these things.
Yes, I think it's time we start investigating, gathering evidence, and interviewing some witnesses to figure out where all of this Christmas joy began.
Let's do it.
All right, where should we begin in this Christmas case for joy?
You know, I do love Christmas trees so much. So why don't we start there?
That is a great idea. What's unique about a Christmas tree that could give us some clues as to why Christmas is such a joyful time?
Oh, I know. Christmas trees always have a star or an angel on top of the tree. And I wonder why that is.
I think you've just found our first piece of evidence to investigate. So let's head to the good old internet to see what we can find. Okay. Oh, here's something. This is what I found about the star. The star represents the Star of Bethlehem, which is often called the Christmas star. Way long ago, this star led to some wise men, or magi, to the birthplace of a baby named Jesus. It sounds like this baby is someone important.
Wise men, huh? I mean, I think I'm pretty wise, but I don't know much about this Jesus.
Well, I think there's only one thing that we can do here then. Our next step is going to be to interview a key witness. I'm sure these wise men will have some answers.
I agree. Let's call them and hear what they have to say.
All right, we are here with a key witness, one of the wise men who was following the Star of Bethlehem. Welcome to our show, Joy Investigators.
Well, hello, and thank you so much for having me.
We are so happy to have you here to help us answer some important questions about why Christmas is so joyful.
One of the items that we're investigating is a Christmas star. And in our modern day Christmas celebrations, we often put a star on the top of the tree as decoration. And we got curious as to why we do this and started to do our research. We read about this special star that you saw and followed. So can you tell us more?
Of course. You see, we had heard about this ruler who was to come to earth one day. And if you look in this book called the Bible, you can find in the book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 2, the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6, and in the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 5, verse 2, that one day in Bethlehem, a very important and special child would be born. He would be born to be ruler over all of Israel. He would be a good shepherd to his people, and they would call him names like Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace.
Okay. So, you know this important baby was going to be born, but where does the star come into play?
Yes, great question. You see, we found ourselves asking that same question. Where is the newborn king? And then we saw his star as it rose. And when we saw the star, our hearts were filled with joy. We followed it as it went ahead of us and led us to where Jesus was.
That's amazing that you could follow a star to find someone. Can you imagine how cool it would be if there was a star floating over where I was for people to find me?
That sure would be something, but anyways, it's so interesting how you were seeing the star that brought you joy. Why do you think this star brought you this joy? Does that mean the star is the reason why Christmas is so joyful?
Well, seeing the star, it did bring us joy. But it wasn't because of the star. It was because of what the star pointed to. The baby that was born. Jesus. Jesus is joy.
That is really helpful. So the star isn't the cause of joy at Christmas, but this Jesus is.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I think we have some more witnesses to interview to understand more of why this Jesus just brought us so much joy.
Wow. Yes, it's been my pleasure. Thank you so much again for having me today.
Okay, so we've done our research and interviewed one of the wise men about this star that points to Jesus. And it sounds like there's a lot of joy there. Let's go back to our research online. What did you find about angels on top of Christmas trees?
Yes, good question. So, apparently during this time, angels were appearing to people and telling them about this Jesus. And because of this, the angel became a common thing to place on the top of your tree.
That is so interesting. Who did the angels talk to?
Yeah, so there was this angel named Gabriel who went to this woman named Mary, who was actually the woman who gave birth to Jesus. But then an angel appeared to some shepherds in a field and told them about Jesus too.
That's so interesting. I wonder why the angels appeared so much and what were they telling everyone about? How did they explain that Jesus is joy?
Yes, I think that means that we have a new key witness. I think it's time to interview the angel Gabriel. Hey, Gabriel, thank you so much for joining us today on the Joy Investigators.
Thank you so much for having me. What questions can I answer for you?
Well, we have been trying to figure out why Christmas is such a joyful time. So far, we have learned about a star that pointed some wise men to a boy named Jesus.
Yes, and as we did some further research, we learned about you. We were wondering, why did the angels appear to Mary and the shepherds in the fields?
These are great questions. First, I appeared to Mary and said to her, "Don't be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son and name him Jesus. He will be very great and called the Son of the Most High. He will reign over Israel forever, and his kingdom will never end."
Wow, that must have been some crazy news for Mary. I can't even imagine what it would have been like for an angel like you to appear out of nowhere and tell her this.
Yeah, it was quite surprising for Mary, and even though I told her not to be afraid, she was very confused and disturbed.
Why was she confused and disturbed?
Well, Mary wasn't married to Joseph yet, and there was no way that she could have gotten pregnant, so she was shocked and scared. She didn't know how any of this could happen. I assured her that this was God's doing. He would give her this baby and be with her through it all.
Wow, that sounds so crazy. How did Mary feel when she found this out?
Mary responded with this, "I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true."
That is incredible. How could she have changed her mind from being so scared to be ready for a baby?
Well, even though Mary was shocked, scared, and confused, she knew that God had a plan. She knew that he would be with her. She knew that this baby, Jesus, would bring so much joy not only to her, but to everyone.
That's amazing. Even more evidence that Jesus is the reason Christmas is filled with so much joy.
Can you tell us more about the shepherds and who the angel appeared to? We know they were told about Jesus, but what was said to them?
Of course, there were a group of shepherds taking care of their sheep out in a field. When the angel appeared to them, they too were terrified. So the angel said to them, "Don't be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people."
There's that word joy again.
Exactly. They were told that the Savior, the Messiah, Jesus, had been born that day in Bethlehem. The angel told them they could find him, a baby, wrapped in cloth and lying in a manger. He was born to be a great joy to all people.
Great joy to all people. There is that word again. Another key witness telling us that Jesus is joy.
Yes, I think we have started to gain proof that Jesus is joy and the reason Christmas is so joyful. But why? I mean, he was probably a super cute baby and all, but what about him was so special? What about him brought this joy?
Can I give you some advice on where to go next in your investigation?
Yes, of course.
I would encourage you to get a Bible and read through the Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There you will learn all about Jesus, his birth, his life, and what he did for everyone that proves Jesus is joy.
Thank you so much, Gabriel. We really appreciate all the help you have given us, and we cannot wait to take a look at the Gospels. Read the following passages about Jesus: John 3:16, 2 Corinthians 5:21, and 1 Timothy 1:15.
Why was Jesus born?
Why is Jesus joy? Wow. After reading some more of the gospel message in the Bible, I have learned that Jesus really is joy.
He is much more than just some cute baby. He literally came to save the world.
He did, which is incredible. Taylor, can you tell our listeners why he was born and how he saved the world?
Yeah, of course. So Jesus was born to show us what love and joy looks like. And because our world is broken and it's messy, Jesus came to fix it by dying on the cross. And he did this to take away the sins of the world. He took all the mess and put it on himself. But don't worry, he didn't stay dead. 3 days later, he rose from the dead, and it was incredible. And because of this, we can now have a relationship with God and experience true joy. And not just that feeling of happiness kind of joy, but of true, deep joy. The joy we can only experience by knowing Jesus and what he has done for us. The joy that will live in our hearts through the ups and the downs. If we believe in him, we will have a chance to live with him and experience joy forever.
Yes, this is so incredible. This is why Christmas is filled with so much joy. We celebrate the birth of Jesus with all of the decorations and fun activities, simply to give God praise for the joy that he gave us by sending Jesus. Jesus is joy. And because he was born, we get to experience joy now and forever.
Wow. This has definitely been one of my favorite podcast episodes that we have ever recorded here on Joy Investigators. And I'm so excited to continue celebrating that Jesus is joy.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today on Joy Investigators.
And have a Merry Christmas.
Bye.
We will sing joy. We will sing joy. We will sing joy.